Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is look at a couple of features in SketchUp. And there's a number of different ways that one can create shapes. One is an additive process, and the other is a subtractive process. We're going to look at both of those. The first thing I'm going to do is delete this person, and I'm going to build a chair using the subtractive process. So basically what I'm going to do is make a block and then shave away parts of the block to make it look like a chair. And then we'll approach this from a different angle, and we'll do a chair using an additive process, and then we'll do an even more complex chair later, right? So and SketchUp, you can measure things, and oftentimes you do. And sometimes you can just eyeball it. So we're just going to enter in a couple of measurements to get started. So the first thing I want to do is use my rectangle tool. I'm going to make a rectangle that's 18 by 18 inches. So remember, you type in, you drag, then you stop before you click, you enter in the numerics and hit enter. And what I want to do is drag out, stop, let go of the mouse, type in my dimensions. So I'm going to type in 18, and then I use the quotation marks for inches. Then I hit apostrophe because I'm entering, I'm sorry, I hit the comma because I'm entering dimensions on two sides, and I type in 18 again with the quotation marks and then hit enter. Now I have a box that is 18 by 18 inches. Now I'm going to grab my push-pull tool. Often in certain applications, it's called an extrusion, right? It's one of the ways in which shapes are created in 3 dimensions. I'm going to drag that upwards, and then I'm going to set the height of this to 4 feet. So that's 4 apostrophe enter. So now I've got this block. And so you could think of it as it's not really, it's more like cardboard than wood or clay, right? Certain applications, the objects are called solids because they're solid inside. You do solid modeling. In SketchUp, it's a little bit different. So what I want to do is grab my pencil tool and just kind of turn this sideways and imagine that I'm looking at a chair from its side. And I'm not going to measure anything else. I'm just going to eyeball it. So I'm going to come about to here, and I'm going to come down about to right here, and I'm drawing on its face. And I know I'm drawing on its face because it's blue, and the guide from vertical is blue. Then I'm going to come over and click like so. And I've made sure that that line uh, ends on both of those edges. And when I do that, I can carve. So I'm just going to push that back and let it snap off. All right, so now I've already started to create my chair. So now I'm going to grab my pencil tool, and I'm going to use an inference by coming from the bottom of the chair here and coming down so I can get it to work. Let's get in a little closer. And I'm going to come straight down from there. I'm not getting my inference point. Let's start from, there we go. Let's go from the bottom up. And I'm going to come up about right to here. I'm going to come over and come back down like so. And that looks pretty good. I'll tighten it up as I create it. Now I'm going to rotate using the center mouse button, grab my push-pull tool, and I'm just going to push that back and snap it off. So there we go. We're starting to get that chair look. And then I'm going to grab my push-pull tool. I'm going to click and push this up just a little bit so that it's even. Okay, that looks pretty good. Then I think I'll push this out just a little bit. Okay, that looks pretty even. Okay. So now we're going to draw the chair legs, and we're going to use another tool. The idea is that I can snap objects to other objects using that inferencing technique. So grab my rectangle tool, and I'm going to click, and I'm going to draw a rectangle like so. And then I'm going to push pull that and snap that off. And I'm going to do the same thing for the back. And I'm not worried about it yet. Let me show you why. Something like that looks good. And let's pull that off. Now what I'll do is I will use the inferencing to line these objects up. So I'll grab my uh, selection tool and I'm going to click on this face here and I'll click on it, grab the move tool. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll grab my push pull tool. And when I click and drag it, I can select that face right there, grab my push pull tool, and then I click and snap it so that I know that it's got the same width as the other chair leg. So I started with the move tool. It's actually the push pull tool that I do that operation with. And so there's a very simple chair. I'm going to show you another tool here. So what we're going to do is we're going to round the back of the chair, and to do that, we're going to use the arc tool. And the way you use the arc tool is you click at starting point of arc, you move the cursor, click to end the arc, and then you click and drag upwards. So I'm going to click like so, and then I'll use the push-pull tool to push that away. So I'm going to grab my selection tool, click on that section there, the face, grab my push-pull tool, and just push that off. And there's my simple chair, okay? Let's save that as simple chair exercise. And we'll be moving on to other properties soon enough. Okay. Good job. Thank you.